UFC 292 is just around the corner, so y'all already know it is prediction time. Let's check out this main card they have set for us. So the first fight for this pay-per-view, we got Marlon Chito Vera taking on Pedro Munoz. Marlon Chito Vera coming off of that big-time loss against Corey Sandhagen. Pedro Munoz, I'm sure, hasn't fought. I think he has fought after that Sean O'Malley loss. I think he did win a decision, but I could be wrong about that. But for this fight, I'm rocking with Chito Vera. I think Pedro Munoz is... He tends to slug a little too much. He tends to brawl in there too much. We saw what Chito Vera was able to do to Rob Font. Chito Vera is the only one to beat Sugar Sean O'Malley, even. So, you know, I think if Pedro Munoz comes in this fight trying to make it a striking match, I think Chito is going to be able to take him out of there. So I think Chito wins via second round knockout / TKO. And the next bout, this one is absolutely insane because those of you who don't know, Damon Blackshear, he did fight on last weekend's card, last weekend's fight night. Damon Blackshear won via twister, only the third twister in UFC history. He comes into this fight, he beats Khamzat Chimaev's record. Khamzat has the soonest turnaround with 10 days. 10 days in between two fights. Damon Blackshear has a chance to beat that if he makes weight. That's the only problem I have. This guy has to make weight twice in just 1 week. So should he make weight and make it to the fight, Damon Blackshear will officially become the quickest fighter to make the soonest turnaround in just 7 days. So I'm rooting for the guy, but Mario Batista is a monster. So I do not think he's going to be able to beat Mario Batista, but I'm definitely rooting for Damon Blackshear for sure. Hopefully he gets the dub, and should he get the win here, man, this could be another Khamzat Chimaev type of thing where it just blows this guy up. His Instagram has already blown up big time because of the promotion from this quick turnaround. So good luck to Damon Blackshear. I'm rooting for him, but I think Mario Batista takes the dub here. And then we got another late replacement in Neil Magny replacing Jeff Neal. He's taking on Ian Machado Gary. And this fight, man, I was so excited to see Ian Gary take on Jeff Neal. My goodness, it was going to be such a big test for Ian Gary because we all know Jeff Neal has really good stand-up, really good power. He went out there and dismantled Vicente Luque. He had that crazy fight with Shavkat Rakhmonov, back and forth. Both guys just leaking everywhere, trading big shots. Unfortunately, he lost that one to like a standing rear naked choke, but a great fight Jeff Neal and Ian Gary would have put on. But now Ian Gary faces a different type of opponent. So we're going to see if this is going to be a big factor in this fight because Neil Magny, he's not going to stand and trade. He's going to wrestle. He's going to grapple. So I think Neil Magny, I think he's going to have a tough time. Ian Gary is a big guy. He's pretty strong. It's very, very deceptive how strong this guy is because he looks a little slender and a little lean, but Ian Gary's a big guy for this welterweight division. And I just think Ian Gary's stand-up is going to be too good. I got Ian Gary winning via second round TKO. For our co-main event, for the women's strawweight title, we got Zhang Wei Li taking on Amanda Lemos. Amanda Lemos has been on the rise. She's been looking really good, dominating fights, finishing fights, but I think she's a little in over her head against Zhang Wei Li. Unfortunately, I just don't think Amanda Lemos has enough experience in big-time fights. Zhang Wei Li in this women's strawweight division, they're having a tough time matching people up, getting matchups. The only people at the top of the division, especially now since Joanna Jędrzejczyk is out, the only other person I could think of is the Cookie Monster, who Wei Li dominated, and Rose Namajunas, who unfortunately hasn't earned the right to fight for the title again. So Wei Li just is running out of contenders without having to beat all the contenders, if that makes sense. So let's see if Amanda Lemos can pull out the upset here. But I'm rocking with Wei Li. I think Wei Li's too big. She's too strong. She's a monster. So I'm not sure how Wei Li's going to get this done. It's tough to say, but I will say by decision. I got Wei Li by decision. And in our main event of the evening, Aljamain Funkmaster Sterling taking on Sugar Sean O'Malley. And what a fight this one is going to be. I don't know. I think it could go one of two ways, right? We've seen Aljamain Sterling get KO'd stiff by Marlon Moraes. And I think Sean O'Malley, I think he can do the same. Aljamain Sterling got caught leaning down, ducking down. Marlon Moraes caught him with that knee up the middle, knocked him out cold. And I think Sean O'Malley, if he catches Aljamain Sterling with that knee that he hit Petr Yan with, I think Sean O'Malley can put him out cold. I think he can put the lights out, but it's going to be tough, and he's going to have to definitely. I'm sure Sean O'Malley has been working on his takedown defense because he is going to need it. Sterling is not going to stand up with this guy. He is not. Sean O'Malley is too technical on the feet. He's too good. He's too crafty. He's too quick. Aljamain Sterling is going to dive for these legs like his life depends on it. He's going to wrestle like hell. He's going to try to take Sean O'Malley down, and they call him the backpack for a reason. He's going to try to get that back and choke Sean out. But Sean O'Malley is not a slouch on the ground. I think a lot of people, just because Sean O'Malley chooses not to take the fight to the ground and chooses not to use his jiu-jitsu, they underestimate him a little bit. And that's something you don't want to do. Sean O'Malley has decent jiu-jitsu. It's definitely not going to be on the level of Aljamain Sterling, but it's not bad. And the good thing is that to be able to defend, you don't really need to be the best at jiu-jitsu. Look at what Conor McGregor was able to do against Khabib. Yeah, Khabib eventually got the submission, but Conor McGregor was able to fend it off for 3 rounds straight. So I think if Sean O'Malley can contain his gas tank a little bit, not tire out too badly, and if he can defend off these takedowns, and if he does get taken down, if he can defend well, defend his submissions, get back to his feet, I like Sean O'Malley's chances. So even though I think Aljamain Sterling is going to be too tough for him on the ground, this is going to be my upset fight of the night that I'm going to pick. I'm rocking with Sugar Sean O'Malley. I would like to see Sean O'Malley win anyways, just because I think he would be in more fun fights. Like, imagine a fight between Sean O'Malley and Corey Sandhagen, or a rematch between Sean O'Malley and Piotr Jan, or a rematch with Sean O'Malley and Chito Vera, or Rob Font. There's so many good fights out there that Sean O'Malley can be in that would be absolute striking fest. The only thing I think Sean O'Malley, the only matchup I think Sean O'Malley definitely will not want and will not win is if he fights Merab. I think Merab will definitely beat Sean O'Malley. He's just too tough of a style. That wrestling-based style from Merab, he's just too strong. His build and everything. I just think Merab will definitely give Sean O'Malley the toughest fight in this division for sure, in my opinion. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Let me know who you got and who you rocking for this big main event ahead of us this Saturday. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Of course, tune in this Saturday around 8 p.m. Eastern time. I will be live for you guys for UFC 292. I cannot wait. I'll catch you in the next video.